Wednesday that plans are underway to annex parts of occupied West Bank territory, where Palestinians are now claiming a future state. Smotrich, a far-right figure, has emphasized his goal of extending Israeli sovereignty over maximum territory and minimum population. Indicating this, he seeks to exclude major Palestinian population centers from annexation. Speaking at a Jerusalem news conference, Smotrich urged Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to back his plan, which is reportedly being developed within a department under Smotrich's oversight in the Defense Ministry. The move is being seen as a response to recent recognition of a Palestinian state by France and other nations. However, Netanyahu's office is yet to clarify his position on the matter. Listen into what the Israeli Finance Minister had to say.
אין לנו רצון להחיל את ריבונותנו על אוכלוסייה שמעוניינת בהשמדתנו. באויבים צריך להילחם ולא לאפשר להם חיים נינוחים. ולכן עקרון העל להחלת הריבונות, ותכניסו את זה טוב טוב לראש. זו הסיסמה. מקסימום שטח על מינימום.
Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates, a key signatory to the 2020 Abraham Accords, normalizing relations with Israel, has issued a strong warning that annexation of the West Bank would be a red line for Abu Dhabi. UAE Assistant Minister for Political Affairs has reaffirmed the UAE's support for Palestinian aspirations and said annexation would severely damage the spirit of the accords. The situation remains fluid as international attention focuses on the potential reshaping of one of the most contentious territories in the Middle East. Joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Ahmed Fatou, spokesperson for the Fatah movement. Mr. Fatou, I want to understand from your perspective, what do you make of some of the recent claims that have come in from Israel about a possible annexation of certain parts of the West Bank?
That reveals the Israeli occupation plan from the very beginning, as we have been warning for the past 2 years, even before that. Smotrich said what the Israeli government hide inside their mentality, and that is to erase the Palestinian state, to erase the Palestinian culture, to erase the Palestinian civilization, and to expand their colonialism even further. And that colonialism actually extend into southern Lebanon, southern Syria, and to Egypt, from the Nile River of Egypt until the Euphrates of Iraq. This is the ideological concept of Greater Israel that existed in this colonial regime since the day it was inaugurated in 1948 by the British colonialism. And here I want to point out, on your report you say that land we claim, it's our land. It's not we claim. This is a defined borders for the Palestinian people, is the recognized state for Palestinian people by more than 148 countries around the world, including India. And that is an inalienable right. It's not a claim that we are making. This is our lands, as recognized by the international community, as by the resolution by UN. In fact, this is 22% of our indigenous lands that was colonized in 1948 when Israel ethnically cleansed more than 700,000 Palestinians and demolished more than 500 villages of the indigenous Palestinians. So this criminality, this criminal act that started in 1948, this is what we are seeing today is the result of that colonial regime that was not handled fairly and kept to do whatever it likes with the Palestinian people. And today it's even worse. There is no limitation at all. There's no red lines. There's no moral obligation. There's no legal obligation upon this colonial regime. And it is furthering its genocide in Gaza, starving children to death, starving people to death. And now they want to annex more than 84% of the West Bank. That would make destruction for any Palestinian state in the future and destruction for the two-state solution, which means the destruction of peace and an endless promise by Israel for continuous war, because no one in the world could accept it. The Arabs will not accept it, and we, the Palestinians, are surely not accept it. And they have tried to do that in 1948. That did not end the Palestinian cause. That started the Palestinian cause and started the longest revolution that started in 1965 until today. And now they are doing this massacre after massacre without accountability. It will only lead to further revolution, and peace will never be guaranteed without a security and peace for the both people. We have accepted the two-state solution since 1994. The Palestinian Authority, President Mahmoud Abbas, just recently reiterated, we are willing to go for a two-state solution. We are willing to go back to Gaza. We are willing to take down Hamas from power. Hamas are willing to go and step down from power. Hamas are thinking about giving their arms to the Arab mediators or to the Palestinian Authority. There's a space for negotiations to go forward into a solution, a peaceful solution. Israel take from October 7 as an opportunity. It's time that the world to realize this fact. It's an opportunity for the far-right fascist Zionist movement to colonize and do what we would label as the final solution. In similarity, what happened to the Jewish people in Germany when the Nazis did the final solution and unfortunately did the worst crime in history, which is the Holocaust. Now they are doing the genocide of the Palestinian people. The far right is looking at it as a final solution to delete the Palestinian people from the face of the earth. That requires and demands from the international community, from the ICC, from the ICJ, from the UN Security Council, for every human being with a soul to step up and put sanctions and accountability on this occupation. It cannot be accepted for a regime in 2025 to commit a genocide and go out from this without punishment, without accountability. This would be the destruction of our rule-based system and the establishment of the law of the jungle.
Mr. Fatou, at the same time, do you feel that these sort of thoughts or such a plan could once again stir up problems with other neighboring countries?
Of course. The Arab world has said Palestinian cause is a central cause for our people, for our regimes, for our politicians. And in fact, the Palestinian cause now is not just a cause of the Arabs or the Palestinians or the Muslims. This is a cause of all the free people around the world. You can see on the streets the demonstration in London. Every week there is a demonstration with hundreds of thousands. In New York, in Washington, today the Sumud flotilla going, tens of ships going to Gaza to break the siege. This is a worldwide cause, a just cause. We are not asking for the moon. We are asking for the minimum of justice for the Palestinian people after suffering. Since World War I until today, we have not earned our freedom. It is time for this world to say enough is enough. Let's put an end for that. No population around the world would accept to live as subjugated or third-class citizens. We are living in under threat of 24 hours. Our people are dying. Our children are shot in the streets. Pogroms coming to our villages. Israeli Jewish extremist settlers killing and burning children alive, burning villages. All that crime is going in front of world eyes. When is the world going to step in and say enough of this barbarity? Israel should be accountable and to go forward into a solution that gives Palestinians their national right to practice our inalienable right of self-determination, like all nations around the world. The Arab world has been clear. They said, let's go for the two-state solution. And they offered that in 2002, actually, the Arab Peace Initiative that says we would normalize the relation with Israel, recognize the state of Israel in exchange for a Palestinian state on the 1967 borders, which is the borders that Israel occupied in its aggression war in 1967 war when it attacked Egypt and several Arab countries. Israel rejected that since 2002. Even further, the Arab now provided the Arab and Egyptian Palestinian plan that was adopted by the Arab world and the Muslim world of reconstruction and going for a two-state solution. They still did not provide, even though that the entire world accepted it, except two states, United States and Israel. So we are sure now who is against peace and who is with peace.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fatou, stay on.